Yeah, it's my first retreat of this kind. So I first came across it from the website, and I'm a current student of Al Salam. I'm currently on the Alamiya program. I've been studying for about a year, and alhamdulillah, the classes have been great. I've learnt lots in such a short period of time, so I knew that it was going to be a good decision to come along, and alhamdulillah, the classes have been great. So the retreat has been fantastic. There's been lots of things to do. It's been jam-packed with some fantastic lessons. Being able to study with Sheikh Akram, and we've been joined by Sheikh Afifi Al-Akiti. The lessons have been fantastic, and there's been a really good range between the classes taught and also the activities that we've all been able to do. In particular, some of the fantastic classes that we've been studying with Sheikh Akram, so things like purification of the heart, the tafsir, the recalibration of the mind, and also the history of Andalusian scholars. And in particular with Sheikh Afifi, we've been able to benefit from his lessons, looking at some of the muqaddimat, some of the introductions to the text of Ayyuha al-Walad. And that's all been sort of interlinked with all the activities, things like archery, which has sort of made it a really good experience so far. Yeah, so I think the balance has been great. It's been quite intensive with lots of the classes, but it's been intensive in a really good way. And there's been a good opportunity for us to do lots of different activities, so like the archery and the Islamic geometry and the Islamic calligraphy, and also the day trips to the Alhambra was fantastic. It gave us a really good first-hand look at the history that's happened in this part of Spain. Yeah, so there's been lots of workshops that have been organised on the retreat, and they've been different types, so things like archery, a bit more outdoors, and the Islamic geometry and the Islamic calligraphy. I think they've opened up a different part of looking at the Islamic tradition, things that I haven't really come across before. Archery I've done before, which is still fantastic to keep doing over and over again. It's really good fun to do some archery with a lot of the other students on the retreat. But Islamic geometry and the Islamic calligraphy in particular, they weren't sort of things I've ever learnt or been taught. So it's a really good idea to have had that on the retreat, so that lots of us can get a bit of an experience of it. And just a bit more of an understanding. So when we go to the mosques, we look at a lot of the calligraphy and a lot of the geometry work that's there. And I think it really opened up and showed me a bit more of an appreciation of it, a bit more understanding of where it's come from. And so it was a really nice addition to the rest of the classes on the retreat. So the staff on the retreat have been fantastic, right down from the ASI team to the staff in the Risalas in the place that we're staying. Everyone's been very supportive. You can really tell that they're all working very hard behind the scenes to make sure everything runs smoothly. So the choice of the venue was quite interesting. It's quite in a rural area, but it's quite nice in the sense that it gives you a bit of time to reflect. It's not in a busy environment by any means. It's quite quiet, it's quite peaceful, gives some time for reflection. But there's everything here that we need. And yeah, it's a really good environment to just take a step back from the work that we do in our daily lives, and just think about why we're here and all the classes and lessons that we've been taught. I think the retreat doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to fulfill certain goals, but I think it's a stepping stone to get there. It's a really good push in the right direction, I feel, especially with some of the classes that were taught. I think that it gets you thinking more, and it really does start you on a long path and long journey to get perhaps where you want to be. So things like purification of the heart, it's a really good start to think about yourself and think, how can I be a better person, how can I develop, all within Islamic principles. So I think it's a really good process. It's a really good retreat to start looking forward and building upon lessons learnt. The overall feeling of the retreat is that I don't really want to leave. It's been a fantastic experience. The last couple of days have been invaluable. It's been a really good opportunity just to dedicate some time to Islamic thinking, to Islamic knowledge, And studying with some of the scholars, with Sheikh Akram Nadwi and Sheikh Afifi Al-Akiti, it's been an amazing opportunity. But not just that, to be able to meet lots of students from around the world. Met people from South Africa, Mauritius, Canada, the USA, Moldova. So it's been really interesting to be able to meet people from all the way, different parts of the world with different traditions, and just learn about how they practice Islam on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, it's been a fantastic opportunity.